welcome. If we haven't met before, my name is Lisa Workman. I'm a clinical exercise physiologist and professional kinesiologist. And my passion, my mission in this world is to get people to move better and to move their bodies more often. And so in this video, we're going to touch on that really nice space, the space where our heart resides. It sits nicely tucked away into our rib cage, and that heart beats day in and day out and does some real miraculous things. So why not bring some movement patterns to help support this whole entire area? Now, there's really no need to grab any equipment. You can stay standing like I will be, or you're welcome to have a seat down on a couch or a chair. And if you really want to just change things up, you can even do all these movements from a kneeling position. So you can decide what is the best for your body. So let's orient ourselves for a second, taking our hands and just placing them on the heart. We have this nice, beautiful long bone, our breastbone, that actually acts like a little bit of a protector for that heart. So let's just place our hands there on our breastbone and just see what we notice. Take a little pause. And you may even feel a little bit of a reverberation under your hands. That is that beautiful heart working for you. Good. Now that we have a little bit of an awareness to that space, let's start bringing in just a tiny bit of movement. So we'll begin by keeping these hands here on the chest, and then we'll just allow ourselves to start to twist from the torso. So thinking about keeping the chin just gently over top of those hands. We're not going very far into a twist, really making sure that we stay nice and tall, and just sort of exploring what starts to happen to that chest space as you turn side to side, rotating around your spine. Notice if the arms want to start to drive the movement, they do love to take over. Let them relax. Let them just feel the sensation of the heart. Letting the shoulders stay dropped. Okay, fantastic. Come back to the center. We'll drop the arms out to the side. So almost like you were going to walk up and give someone like a humongous hug. So take those arms out to the side, palms facing forward. From here, we're going to rotate in our arm bones. So flip the hands over to face away from you. Now, the elbow loves to join the party here and tries to do the movement for us. So see if you can actually move from the shoulder joint and not from the wrist or the elbows. So allowing to have some space, we can have a really nice big distance between the arm and the torso as we start to rotate that arm bone in the shoulder socket. Great. Let's do a couple more. And then we'll move to bend at our elbows, bring our arms to the side, palms facing. I'll give you a bit of a profile here. We're looking for that 90-degree angle here at the elbow joint. And our beginning movement is letting the fingertips float forward while keeping those elbows bent as we lift up and down. And as you lift the arms up, you might notice just a tiny bit of tension through the front of the chest. And as those elbows come back to your side, you might feel a gentle pull through the front of the chest. Awesome. Okay, so there's movement one. I'll give you just the front view. One opportunity here. You can see my hands are staying relatively parallel to each other as I move through this motion. All right, so the second part of this motion is actually going the opposite way. So we'll draw the elbows back behind us and bring them forward. The side view is probably the best view for you to see. So we're going to draw the elbows back. Now the trick here is we want to try to keep those forearms as parallel to the floor as we can, limiting the amount that we want to press our chest forward so that everything else is still. It's just that arm bone moving. And you might start to feel again that increased stretch sensation as the elbows come back behind you. That's totally normal. So that's kind of like the part two. Now we're going to merge those two together. So let the arms float up to begin with, elbows stay bent. and then draw the arms down and back. So we have this opportunity to sort of extend the range of motion of our shoulder joint by allowing ourselves to put these two movements together. Again, I'll give you that side view. Really finding some softness and kindness in this movement. There's no need to force, there's no need to push. We're simply asking that arm bone to swing through that shoulder joint, and the rest of the arm is relatively still. Now, the tendency over time might be to shrug the shoulders or to really pull back. That's when you know it's time to stop, because we're moving out of the range that we really want to work in. So it's in that subtler or smaller range that we're trying to move that arm through. Okay, excellent. Take the hands now back to the heart. Just do a little check-in again to that breastbone. Maybe there's a little bit more space there. Maybe there's a little bit more openness that you can feel. And then from here, I want you to see if you can gently draw that breastbone forward. So you'll feel your hands on your chest as that breastbone sort of presses forward. It's very small movement here, but still very, very powerful. Allowing that chest. Now, you may not be able to see in this forward position, but I can feel my breastbone starting to press into my hands. So I'll give you that side view once more. As I stand here, I'm going to let that heart center come forward. And just be watchful that your ribs don't want to join the party. So they could like go, wow, way out there. Not what we're looking for here. We're just trying to press that breastbone into the hands and then slowly let them come back. The rest of the body should be relatively relaxed. And you might start to feel a little bit of a sensation on the back of your upper back. And just notice what starts to show up. Again, these are all suggestions. You may not actually feel it in that area, and that is okay. We don't need to chase sensation. Know that in these smaller, kinder movements in our body, we are making a tremendous difference. Good. And then finish up by keeping those hands on the heart. Take a little pause. Notice if there's a little bit more dancing in your chest, a little bit more excitement in that heart. See if you can feel that. And then you're welcome to stay here, or if it would feel more comfortable for you, you could even take your arms just to the side. Just notice the difference that this movement has made in through this front chest, maybe through the shoulders a little bit, maybe around that breastbone where we were moving. Just see, is there a bit more openness to your heart? Because quite frankly, the more we have openness through this front area of our body, the more we can show ourselves some love and others as well. So I hope you enjoyed this little small, subtle and kind practice for your chest area, the heart cavity, all of those pieces. Something that you can do for yourself every day, right? A little bit of self-care goes a long way. Again, my name is Lisa Workman, clinical exercise physiologist and kinesiologist. I am here to help you on your physical activity journey where you can move more and more often. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you in another video.